Hello, my name is Brian Freestead. Happy Easter. This will be a short devlog update. And I think I said I originally wasn't going to stream at all tonight because I was skiing. I did go skiing, but I did have an idea, like I thought I might, on how to get the adding an item to an inventory to work. And the system I ended up coming up with isn't great, but it's good enough for now. It'll suffice without creating an entire inventory system. Basically, when you click the plus button, it just adds the leftmost item from your inventory into the chest. Leftmost being the oldest one, the one, so it's kind of like first in, first out. It's a queue system. I also got item hovering to work. Hello, MW2 Melvin's dad. Thanks for joining. Happy Easter to you as well. So I also got item hovering to work. That one was pretty simple. I'll run through how it all works after I do a short demo here. Okay, so here we're in our world, and we can see that in this chest there's a gold coin and a silver coin and then a green plus. Over here there's just a green plus. There's nothing in that chest. If I click the gold coin here, it pops out of there. And then I can go over here and click the plus, and it adds it into that chest. And it's no longer in here. All the systems I had before still work. If I don't have anything in my inventory and I click plus, nothing happens. If I press T, we'll reset the day. We see that this coin stays here where it was, but this chest resets back to the way it was with one gold coin and one silver coin. We can repeat this pattern, reset the time, pick up the last gold coin, and add it to there. And now we have a chrono box full of gold coins. We're rich. One of the perks of being a time traveler, I suppose. Yeah, let me reset time one more time and then stop, and it should all be saved now. Let me demo, or not demo, but show how this works. So I had to add an item data to my container UI, which says like, okay, here's the item data to use for the add an item plus sign. I had to update the inventory space. I took this script off of it because we now have two different scripts. The highlight child object is enabled by default, but the sprite renderer is disabled. So now so I have this base class here, inventory slot UI, and this is most of the stuff I had before, and then I have add an item slot UI and item slot UI. And these simply override the on mouse up as button functions to do different things. So this one does what it did before, where it adds it to the player's inventory, and this one takes the leftmost thing from the inventory, adds it. For the highlighting, it's really simple. We have an on mouse enter, and then we have the highlight renderer. We set enable to true and enable to false on exit and enter. Let's see, I had to add an event to the container, which is gets invoked when the container contents change. And then I listened to that and I dirty the UI. It's a better way to do it rather than the way I was doing it before, where it would try to check some count of the containers. It's not really a safe way to do it because there were a couple bugs I encountered, so I fixed that around. What else? So when I'm creating the containers, I have to check and see if the remaining capacity is greater than 1, and if so, then we'll add an item icon. We'll add a certain kind of component. It's pretty cool to find out that Unity does let you get component of a base class. That's pretty handy. I was worried about it, so I added this warning. There's probably a way I can repeat less code by getting some sort of lookup or function that says, okay, what's the item data to use for this index? Yeah, that's the main thing right there. So with that bit of work done, we actually can, I think, check off the last of our things. Mouse input to take or add an item. Done. Just that Chronobox contents are preserved across time warp. We did that. I did it right in this demo here. So that means that this whole feature is done, and I can click complete sprint. Bam. My velocity this sprint was a bit higher than it has been the past couple. Past couple were slower sprints, but it's about on average for what I had been doing. If you look back at the earlier sprints, it's only showing the last 7. That's odd. But yep. So the next thing I'm going to start on next week, tomorrow, is the tech demo itself. Hello, Electrancy. Thank you for joining. All is going pretty well. I was just talking about how I can just demo. So I've been working on inventory containers and stuff like that, and working towards my tech demo. And a big part of my tech demo is the idea of these things called a chronobox and time warp. So at the end of the day, the time resets, and everything in the world gets reset except these chronoboxes are quantum entangled, and so they do not reset. You see, at the start of today, we have a chronobox with 3 gold coins in it, and we can take a couple out and throw one of them into here, and I'll just hold on to the other one in my inventory. I can wait for the day to elapse. There's like sort of, you see that the sky is changing a little bit, so I can wait for that to elapse, or I can just press T to manually reset the day. And then you see this preserves its contents, but this resets back to what it was at the start of the day. So I take the 1 gold coin out of there and a silver coin out of there, and I can add them both to there. If I press T again, this one preserves its contents, and this one resets. So that's like some of the core mechanics of my game. And that's what I've been working on the last 2 weeks. The first week was working on the day cycle and the time warp, and then this week was working on the UI for the containers. And they were both pretty difficult. But next week I get to start on doing some a little bit of level design. So all of my blocking stories for the tech demo are done, and now I can begin to do my tech demo. So I'm going to spend a week building it up. I don't know what stories are going to go into there yet, but that's the roadmap. Anyways, just a short update tonight. Thank you for watching, and keep an eye out in the next week. I'm going to build my tech demo and have it playable. So by the end of next week, we should have an update video where I send a link to go play it. And I hope you go try it out.